Today I'm going to be doing an installation and review of what I believe to be the best tonneau cover in the business, the Bak Revolver X4S. Let's go. Hey, what is going on, y'all? I'm gonna change things up a little bit on the channel. It's wintertime, not a whole lot going on with the motorcycle, but I just wanted to introduce my new 2024 Chevy Silverado 1500 6.2 V8. And so I'm not gonna go crazy accessorizing it like I did my Harley, adding custom dynamics lights, you know, and various things that I added to the bike. But what I am gonna do is do some of the basic stuff that needs to be done to a truck, I feel. So the first thing I did was I got the tint done. And now I'm gonna add a tonneau cover, which is the Bak Revolver X4S, which is their upgrade from the X4, which seems to be a heck of a lot better. I did a lot of research on tonneau covers, and I wanted something that was functional for me. There's the 4-fold MX4 that Bak sells. I didn't care for that. It doesn't fit my style. It kind of flips up, it's very rugged, but this X4S is gonna fit right in. I've watched a bunch of YouTube videos on this, and I ended up purchasing it from realtruck.com. And a big shout out to realtruck.com for having a vast array of things to choose from when it comes to truck accessories. So I'll be shopping them a lot more often, and they ship quickly through FedEx. Come along with me as I do this video installing this X4S and give you some of the basic high points and the final installation for the truck. So I'm gonna take you along and just kind of show you the bed as is right now. As you can see, it's bone stock. I've changed nothing. But I'm gonna go ahead and put the X4S on, and then we'll see how everything plays out. Real quick, one of the features I did want to touch on is the drop-down tailgate remote. This is so excessive, but it's a good thing to have. Man, that's nice. So I'm gonna go ahead and get everything set up. This American-made product, and we'll get going on the install. Proper lifting techniques. This thing is 81 pounds. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get this out of the box and get things going. Got my toolbox out, have all my tools handy. That's what I do like about that roll-around box is I can move it to anywhere I need it to go. That way I can make sure I got all the tools I need and not walking back and forth between the garage and everything else. And we're gonna go ahead and get this open and see what all we got. I have the short bed, so you need to make sure you distinguish the difference between the short bed and the long bed, because obviously you wanna make sure you get the right part. And this part number is 80130. And so it's got the cover and the rails. It says complete. The Revolver X4S, years 2019 to 2022 GM, Chevy Silverado, new body style. All right. So I've got my instructions here. Got some styrofoam, double-sided tape, and we're gonna go ahead and get into this. Got the directions right here. Got some hardware, some hand knobs that are gonna go towards the front based on the videos that I watched. This is gonna go in the front, right at the front of the bed. And then got some more two-sided tape here. Not sure what this is for. I don't remember seeing it in the previous videos. Got some clamps that are gonna go along the bed rails, right here. Also have some rubber. These are gonna go on the roll-up to prevent it from hitting into your glass in your passenger area on the crew cab. Got the straps that are gonna secure the roll once you put it towards the front of the deck. And another clamp. So we'll go ahead and put that in the box. So these appear to be the bed rails. I'm just gonna take and sit those on a nice soft surface so they don't get all scratched up. Try to preserve things as much as I can. And then we have the roll itself in here. This box weighs 81 pounds. So if you can't handle that, make sure you get somebody to help you lift. You don't want to hurt your back. But that's the roll right there that's going to go on the back of the cab. So I'm going to be doing an install by myself on this, but it'll be fun. I'll manage it how I need to, manipulate things as needed. All right. And so the two rails are marked right and left. This is going to be the front side. See how they're marked right here? This is going to be the front side because the adjustment knobs go towards the front of the deck right there. I remember seeing that in some of the other videos, but I wanted to make my own video just to be kind of thorough and capture the experience on a 2024. Chuck that to the side, and then as you can see, this is the left side right here, marked left. And so what's unique about this is when you roll the roll out and secure everything down, that metal right there secures the bed in place. So it makes it harder for somebody to get into your bed and take things from you. So definitely want to deter theft at all times. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get started with the installation of the Revolver X4S. I'm not gonna go through all of the steps, but I am gonna hit the high points and the things that I think need to be shared. But one thing I did want to point out is this multi-flex tailgate. I really love this. It's overkill. It's probably more than anybody ever needs, but I do love the fact that you can just push the button and it drops down just like this to give you easier access to the bed. I really like that feature. And so I'm getting in and out, no problem. One quick thing that I did want to point out in the instructions, this is for if you have a drop-in bed liner, and this is for if you do not, because it makes up the difference. This is a 1/4 inch, this is 3/4 of an inch. So I'm gonna use this at the front of the cab, on that rail for the front of the cab, and we'll go ahead and get started with the installation. First, I'm gonna get that area all cleaned up, and then we'll get going. The good thing is the bed is up to temperature in terms of it not being cold out. It is currently 48 degrees outside, but the sun has warmed this up. So hopefully I'll get nice good tack on the tape that's gonna go across here. I washed the truck last night, so that should get rid of all the extra junk that's on here. But I'm gonna make sure I give this a nice good cleaning, and then I'm gonna get the fibers from these gauze pad. I'm gonna go ahead and make sure that comes off too. So we'll go ahead and get this installed. Nice and tacky. I want to try to get this straight as I can the first time. That way I get a good seal and I don't get any water seepage into the bed. That's all in place. Gotta press down on that, make sure it tacks up real good. One quick note, I am gonna go ahead and cut this excess off and I'm gonna cut it right at the bed because it makes the rail that runs this way, it makes the rail stand up a little bit. So just a little tip right there. Like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and cut this off right at the manufacturer rail. Go ahead and get that off of there. And there might be a little bit of seepage there, but I'm not worried about that. I'm not gonna have anything in the bed that I'm, overly worried about. So, but there, you can see it's nice and flush right now, right there. So I'll get it flush, get it installed now. So, like I said, I trimmed the foam off right here, so that way it's a nice even ledge. And so I'm gonna go ahead and install this rail. It tells you to slide it forward as far as it'll go in the cab. And then you wanna install this clamp up as high as you can because there's little ridges that matches this. There are little ridges in here and you wanna install this clamp as high as you can to engage those ridges. It also tells you don't over tighten this bolt right now and to go ahead and get the rest of them positioned. This will be positioned no more than 12 inches from the edge.
and as high as you can get it on the cab. And then it also tells you to push down as you're tightening. So that way everything is nice and lined up and snug, and you don't get that ripple effect while you're rolling down the road. So I got that up as high as it'll go and as forward as it'll go. And then the rail is sitting up against the bulkhead where the cab is. Go ahead and get this tightened up. And once I get all of these installed, I'll show you what it looks like on the inside. All right. And then it tells you to measure halfway down. So I've got a 5-foot 10-inch bed. So then that's gonna be 26.5 inches. So I've got the 5-foot 9-inch bed, and so that's gonna be 34 inches to the center. So I'm gonna go ahead and place the second clamp here in the center, right here. Hold my finger where that's at. And again, the big thing that it tells you is to get it as high as you can, but then also push down on the rail as you're installing it. So, gonna accomplish both here. And get just a little bit of torque on it. There we go. Not the best lighting in the world, but you can see how that installation is supposed to go. This is the rear bolt right here. So I'll swing over, let you take a look at the center bolt. See how that installation goes. Yep. So we'll go ahead and press on. This would take a lot less time if I wasn't filming it, but I wanted to capture it on film to make sure you guys see it. A little bit heavy to be handling by myself, but I'm gonna get it done one way or the other. Right. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this rolled out per the directions. So I've got my hardware kit right here. Gonna go ahead and install the bolts where they tell me to in these 2 slots right here. And I'll go on the other side and do the same thing. So you can see right here, these bolt holes line up right here. So I'm gonna offset, let's see. The upper one is gonna be towards this side, so that one's to the outside. And I'm gonna have to go on the inside to do this part. Crawl up underneath the cab there. So don't make the same mistake I did. Make sure you take this hardware into the cab with you, save you a little bit of time. But you got these big, probably aluminum washers, I assume. And then you have this rubber grommet. The rubber grommet goes up, and then the metal washer with the hand knob. And so there's some adjustable slots in this thing to make sure that you get a nice fit. And I should have brought the hardware in with me, but that's okay. I'll get back out and grab it real quick. So I've got everything fully installed. I'm doing a check to make sure everything rolls out the way it's supposed to. Everything's lined up the way it's supposed to be. And I'm almost done with the installation. Everything's nice and smooth right now. All right, all rolled up. Roll it back out. Latch it back down, lock it out. Unfortunately, this cap broke off and I'm not 100% sure why.
have to see if I can get a replacement for it. Well, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this install. Overall, I'm really happy with this product. It's nice and sleek and smooth, black. You don't see all the sections like you see in the other covers. I'll probably take this label off if I'm being honest. I don't necessarily want that on there. But like I said, this is nice and smooth. It appears almost factory, and I really like that. The only issue that I have is this cover broke off. I'm not 100% sure why. It should be easy to get another one. I'll probably order me a couple backup sets, or maybe they'll give me one. I'm not looking for a handout by any means, but it did break off, and I'm not 100% sure why. But I'll go ahead and order me a couple backup sets of these. Let me know in the comments if you had any issues with your installation of this and this cover coming off. But overall, like I said, I'm really happy with it. It operates as it should. Go ahead and give it a roll up real quick. I got some stuff to finish up, but I just wanted to go ahead and get this out right now. But yeah, it rolls up. I have my whole bed available to me. This will secure once I put the straps in, and then I'll be good to go. So, like I said, I'm really loving my 2024 Chevy Silverado 1500 6.2 liter V8 with the multi-flex tailgate, Super Cruise, all those other kinds of things. And if you want to see more about this vehicle, check out this video right here. And I might not be on a motorcycle, but remember to always ride as if your life depends on it. Peace.